Joke's on me. Hey guys, Ludo and I are both wearing our turtleneck sweaters today. You gonna sit here with me? Yeah, okay. But hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another HolidAMY video. So in true HolidAMY fashion, we are gonna do a Q&A today. We're just chilling, sitting on the bed because I just wanted to be comfy. Honestly, I was freezing until I put on this sweater to film and now I'm like sweating. I also did, as you saw, made myself some hot chocolate. Hot chocolate is something I normally don't care for, I don't like, but I've expressed in many videos that since I've had the baby, I just want to drink chocolate constantly, so I made myself some and let's try it. Oh my god. This is gonna get me through life now. And I made it from scratch and it was so easy. Holy crap, that is good. I've been missing out. But okay, sorry. I feel like this video is already all over the place. Hi guys. Today's video is going to be a Q&A-me, a HolidAMY Q&A-me, just a Q&A. I feel like I don't really do Q&As anymore just because they make them so easy to do over on Instagram. And that's just sites where I do them. But I do like to do them during HolidAMY as kind of like a end of the year check-in, a way to answer some fun Christmassy questions. And yeah, so we're here. Sitting on the bed, there's a mess. My dog's bed, which he never sleeps in, so we could break down that crate, and then the snoo my baby sleeps in. Sometimes, you know, sometimes he doesn't, he refuses. But that's, you know, the mess that's going on back there. I did light a candle back there, but you can't even see it, so great. But I asked you guys for questions over on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to be a part of my Q&As, go over there and do that. It's at AmyLynnButtchin. But I'm going to answer some questions and then at the very end, I'm going to give my, I guess, review or my feelings on the Just Like That Sex and the City reboot because boy do I have feelings. But in case you don't care about that or in case I don't want to spoil anything and I will give you fair warning before I go into that, I'm going to save that for the end. So if you want to come back after, you want to watch it until then, watch, you know, catch up and then come back. I just don't want to spoil anything because it was spoiled for me, but we'll get to that. So let's go ahead and get into the questions. And I just want to say thank you to anybody who submitted questions. It's always so kind and I love chatting with you guys. So let's get to it. Let's do some Christmassy ones first. So oh, I'm not wearing any ring at all. Oh my God, do you guys think I got divorced? Hold on, let me squeeze my rings on. So the number one asked question was, what traditions are you looking forward to doing with Milo, or what traditions do you want to start now that you're a mom? Okay, these rings are entirely too tight. I'm just gonna leave on the one. And I love this question because I am so excited about being a mom at Christmas time. But as far as what traditions I'm excited for, literally just like all of it. Like my parents gave me the best holiday seasons. We did, you know, we always went to Disneyland, which he's already done for the holiday season, which we vlogged it. It's in our week. It ended up being weeks 1 and 2 of Vlogmas. I'll link that up in the corner, but we always went to Disneyland around the holidays. We always went to look at Christmas lights, which he's done plenty of as well. I think I'm most excited for like the Christmas Eve night routine because as a kid that was my freaking favorite, of like getting the milk ready for Santa and the cookies and the carrots ready for the reindeer, and we all walked into the living room together and put it out ready for them. Then we put our stockings out and then my dad read us the Polar Express and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and just the whole hype of Christmas Eve was my favorite. And honestly, like maybe Christmas Eve is better than Christmas Day, just like the hype excitement of it. So I think I'm most excited for that. And of course Christmas morning when he is old enough to be aware of what's going on and run down the stairs, run in, wake us up, you know, that whole thing. He is going to turn 5 months 2 days after Christmas, so he'll be right about 5 months. And honestly, he's like more of like a baby at this point than I don't know anything about babies, you guys. I'm learning as I go, and he can already hold his head up. He, by then I think, will be able to sit up on his own. He'll definitely be able to like help rip open a present. Like he's just more aware than I thought he would be. Obviously he doesn't know what's going on, but we are still gonna treat it like he does know what's going on, and it's gonna be a magical Christmas, and I am so excited. Someone asked, what is your Christmas Day schedule usually like? Well, with my side of the family, it was always you wake up, you open stockings first. Stockings are my favorite part of Christmas. Santa / my mom does a fantastic job at stockings and it's literally my favorite. And I even like asked her this year, I was like, okay, now that we have kids, because my brother and I both had kids this year, does that mean our stockings stop? Because that's just, I need the stocking from her. And she's like, no, we'll keep the stockings. I'm like, yes. But so we open the stockings, we open gifts. We have breakfast, which consists of sausage balls and pancakes, which we'll talk more about sausage balls in a little bit. And then we usually like just get ready for the day. I usually take a Christmas bath just because I'm extra like that. I mean, now I have a child, so I can't just do whatever I want. So maybe my Christmas baths are over. I don't know, I like to get ready for the day. I usually get some sort of makeup for Christmas, so I like to try that out. And you know, we just get dressed and ready. And then around like 3-ish, we have the big Christmas meal, which we make what I call the roast beast, like in Dr. Seuss. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, I mean. I don't even know what it is. I think it's like filet, but it's like some sort of roast my dad makes. I'm throwing up my hot chocolate. And then all sorts of food, which another question was, what foods do you look forward to having? Like, do you have family foods that you make every single year? And yes, there are 2. Well, there's several, but these are like the 2 that come to mind. Sausage balls, which I just mentioned, which I filmed reels on. So that is on my Instagram, the recipe. We also did a video on it like years ago. I'll link that up in the corner, but the reels version is just like a minute quick how-to. They are so good, so good. And let me stop you now. I feel like whenever I share a recipe, or if I share the sausage balls, people respond with, oh, it would be so good if you added this. It's offensive. You don't need to add anything. They are perfect the way they are. So let me just get that out in the open. But so sausage balls, and then my mom also made every year the mac and cheese casserole, which is literally the easiest thing. I think I have a HolidAMY video on it from years ago. I'll link that up in the corner as well. But you use like boxed Kraft deluxe mac and cheese, and you add some things to it, and then you put a layer of cheese on top and you bake it so it has like a crispy crust. It is so good. So those 2 are like the 2 holiday things that like I insist on having. I spent one Christmas Day with Bradley's family, then I think COVID hit and then things got messed up. But even when we did Christmas Day with them and I wasn't with my family, my mother-in-law like made sure I had sausage balls, and it was really sweet. So those 2 things are what come to mind. A couple of questions, what's on my Christmas wish list? I did a whole video on that. I will link it up in the corner. Kind of really random stuff, but just kind of things I've had my eye on that I did tell people that I wanted. So fingers crossed. Somebody asked the best gift I'm giving this year. The presence of me and my child, because I am so behind on Christmas shopping. I'm actually really stressed about it, and I told, like, we bought a few gifts beginning of November and we were like, yeah, look at us, we're doing so well, and then we stopped. So I need to get my shiz into gear, and I need some more hot chocolate. Oh my god, you guys, like, what have I been doing in life? That is tasty. Someone said real tree or fake tree. If you've been watching Vlogmas or any of the videos, I feel like I've expressed this. I'm actually all for a fake tree. I think they're fantastic, and I've learned since decorating the real tree that we got, fake trees can hold your ornaments better. So I spend money on all these Disney ornaments, and they will always go on a fake tree because the real tree branches are just way too flimsy, and like things were falling off. So I'm looking at the Disney tree we have in the corner of our bedroom, which the ornaments are so heavy so they wouldn't last on a real tree. So I enjoy having both. I like the sturdiness and the ease, and like you just pop it up in 2 seconds and there's lights already on it. And I like that you can have it longer. You don't have to worry about keeping it alive. This is the first time me and Bradley have gotten a real tree. The first time as an adult I've gotten a real tree, and I am loving the way it smells. I love the way it looks. So far Bradley's doing all the maintenance on keeping it alive, so I can't attest to that, but I am enjoying it. So I think we'll probably have a mix of both every year. We have 2 fake trees now. It's a long story, but I don't know. If I had to pick though, like just one, I would probably go fake, which is so boring, but it just is what it is. They just make it too easy now. Somebody said favorite Christmas smells. That's such a cute question. Christmas Eve candle, which I have burning back there, you can't see, but it's a Yankee candle. It's called Christmas Eve. It doesn't even necessarily smell like Christmas. I think it's a mix of strawberries and jasmine. But that's what my mom burned in the house growing up, so that it just smells so good. Also, just like Christmas cookies, like vanilla, yum. And even Yankee Candle has the Christmas cookie candle that I love. The smell of sausage balls and just the overall smell of cooking stuffing I love. There are so many things in stuffing that I love. Obviously like onions and celery and bread, but like the herbs that go in it, I just love the way stuffing smells. So probably that. I'm not a huge cinnamon sniffing fan. Doesn't make sense. I'm not a huge, here's what I was trying to say. I'm not a huge fan of the smell of cinnamon. To me, especially burning in a candle. I think it smells like spit, which I know that's the weirdest thing. It's the truth. Somebody said, what fun ideas do you have for Milo and Ludo's stocking stuffers this year? I already did get Milo some little bath toys, which I'm excited to shove in there. Other than that, you guys, I don't know. So I'm just trying to find like toys that he will enjoy for this next phase of life, because he is about to be able to sit up, which I'm so excited for him, because I can tell he's like done with laying down. He's like, this is so boring, and he constantly is trying to sit up. I'm constantly trying to like hold him up, have him sit as, you know, as long as he can. But I am, as much as time is moving way too fast and it's breaking my heart, I am excited for him for the next step of him being able to sit up on a mat and play with blocks or play with whatever. I know he wants it, so I'm really excited about that. So I've been doing a little bit of research on just the kind of toys that I would want for this next phase. I do have some things in my Amazon cart, but I need to finalize it and order things for his stocking for Christmas. And then Ludo, who's right here, is just gonna get a bunch of toys and some treats. He did wake up. But yeah, just toys and treats pretty much. And then just the last Christmas related question, we'll move on to other ones, but it's, what is your favorite place to shop for holiday decor? And I'll just kind of give you my rundown of places that I check when it's the holidays. Of course, Anthropologie, of course, Target, whether online or in store. Home Goods is, I missed my finger. Home Goods, always. World Market now. I think those are boring answers. I've discovered Grandin Road, which is fantastic. Expensive, but fantastic. I always check Shop Disney because I do like, you know, Disney decor. Like, I always check for like the Halloween and Christmas decor. Honey? Hey. Hey. Is Daddy home? Ludo and I are both in our sweaters. You want to be in my video?
Is Ludo in this?
Well, duh.
Oh, hey, you actually have cocoa.
It's incredible.
Let me have some.
You have a booger.
Thank you for getting it for me. Is
no,
it hot?
No, not anymore. Well, it's warm.
It is tasty.
I made it from scratch. Are you staying or are you not?
For a little bit.
Okay. We're done with Christmas questions.
Okay. Definitely the question, thoughts on Genie Plus. We don't understand it.
Yeah, somebody asked thoughts on Disney Genie Plus at Disneyland. I don't get it. There's Lightning Lane and Genie Plus, and you pay for one and then you pay more for certain rides. I don't understand it. So I feel
it's
like
digital fast pass. You make fast passes through your phone.
Phantom cries. Continue.
The old fast pass line is still there. It's just called Lightning Lane now. Genie Plus. What's Lightning Lane?
We don't know. We're gonna have to like do it one day and then we'll figure it out.
I have no interest.
But I also don't really care. Somebody asked me the biggest surprise in motherhood, and this is gonna sound terrible, but the amount of love that I am able to feel for this.
For this pooch.
Well, yes, the dog. Which so many people told me, like, you're not gonna care about the dog when the baby comes, and that is so far from the truth. Like,
is it okay if I lean back like this?
I mean, it's weird, but okay. I don't know, it's like a different love, I feel like. But just the amount of love, the instant love, like the moment I saw him, the moment I touched him, it was weird. Like, I remember thinking that, like, I'm gonna weep.
I mean, he's ours.
I'm gonna cry.
Milo, you made in your body.
Yeah, it just, like...
And he is us.
And the amount of, like, how the amount of love grows every single day. Like, you don't think it can get any more, and then it does. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to live my whole life with this much love? Look at this love right there.
Look at this love.
But like, I knew I would love him, but it just, you don't know until you know, I feel like. And it just, motherhood has been just, I've loved it so far. So
it's tough.
It's tough, but
I'm tired.
Love it. Okay, I know. Somebody said, do you want more pets in the future? Yes. I always thought that I would be ready for more pets right away. I feel like I don't have any room in my heart yet. Like, I only have eyes for Ludo at the moment. But I would love to give several dogs, like, a good loving home.
I want to rescue a dog.
We want to rescue a dog. I'm loving the doodles. I want, like, all sorts of doodles. Hi,
So yeah, for right now, I think we're good. We're content. But
my heart feels full AF right now.
But I could see in the next 5 years, there's going to be a dog that's like kind of tossed in our laps in a way.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, yeah, I need this dog.
But and especially right now with the baby, like, I can't imagine having another dog, which Ludo is incredible. He is, you know, he gets hyper and wants to play, but I can't because I'm playing with the baby.
Tell him the story of yesterday. You're so proud of him.
Oh my god, you guys, I'm so proud of him. Milo is in the grabby phase. He's constantly pulling my hair.
My neck.
He grabs your extra neck fat. We were on the couch and Ludo just kind of like came near us, and Milo, with his little grippy hand, grabbed onto the fur on his face and was pulling it towards his face. And Ludo was freaked out, but he just let it happen. He just let it happen. And I was so proud of him because, I don't know, some dogs react negatively to that, and Ludo just did so well. Constantly, we have our eyes open for that kind of stuff, and we let it kind of happen just to make sure that Ludo will be okay, and we of course supervise it, but things are only kind of gonna get worse until Milo gets to a certain age where we can teach him to be gentle with the dog. Safety is very important to both of us for both of them. And so just that went so well yesterday, and I like literally almost cried.
He got like 4 days worth.
Yeah, he got so many treats. Oh, somebody said one thing you missed about your old apartment during holidays. We talk about it all the time, and I don't think it doesn't take anything away from how much we love this house, but we genuinely miss our apartment. The area where we lived, we loved. It was kind of more of like a downtown area, so we could walk to a lot of things, and they decorated for Christmas, and it was great. I just like that. And our house, as we keep going and decorating and furnishing and organizing, is becoming more cozy, but that apartment was so cozy. Don't know if I like necessarily miss it most, but just like the cozy living room with the brick fireplace and I do miss just being able to switch on the fireplace. Now we have a wood burning fireplace.
I love the wood burning fireplace. Sam does not.
I love it. I just would rather be able to flip it on anytime I want. We have arguments of whether to convert it or not, and I'm losing. But just like, I don't know, that was a great apartment. It was fantastic for our first place of living.
Loved it.
Loved it. Somebody said, you won't say Milo's birth weight. Can you tell us why? I had a 9-pound son and it's no reason to be embarrassed. Let me say, I am not embarrassed at all. That is not the reason I'm keeping it. Excuse me. I am not embarrassed. That is not why I'm not sharing it. I learned, if you'll notice, I'm not talking a lot about things to do with Milo. I'm not talking about feeding. I'm not really talking about his schedule. I'm not talking about anything that comes with the baby, because I learned very quickly in pregnancy that it all comes with unsolicited advice and people telling you you're doing things wrong. And even when people are coming from a good place, it just kind of stressed me out. There's a lot of reasons I keep Milo kind of private, but that is a huge one for me and for my mental health, is just we're doing our thing and I don't need a bunch of opinions clouding what we think is best, if that makes sense.
We're doing what works for us.
Right.
Which there's no wrong. I guess there can be wrong choices.
There can be wrong, but I feel like everybody, you know your baby best. So I feel like there's a lot of things I'm not sharing because of that. And the weight just happens to be one of those things. I got some negative comments about the size of my belly in pregnancy, which thinking back on is so rude. Like, it's so rude. But just like, I wasn't in the mood for the comments. He's a bigger baby. He's a big baby. And that's all you need to know. It's also just kind of weird. I read a meme the other day that said like, oh, you had a baby. Congrats. But first of all, how much did it weigh? Like, it's just kind of a weird tradition that we do.
It's just people need, that's what they, for all time, that's how we label the baby, is the time, the size, and the weight. What have I said? He's here and he's happy.
And he's perfect. Yeah, he's here, he's perfect. And yeah, so that was just kind of my mentality.
I hear him.
Oh, the baby's awake. But that was just kind of my mentality behind keeping that to myself. And with that, the baby's crying, the dog is back, here we go. Okay, so now it's time for my thoughts on the Just Like That Sex and the City reboot. Spoiler alert, hella spoilers coming your way if you haven't watched it yet. Here we go. You guys, I am devastated. And let me preface this if you don't know. Sex and the City is my very favorite show ever. I spend so much time with these characters on a daily basis. When I'm anxious, when I'm sad, I throw it on. Even when I'm happy, if it's on TV, I throw it on. If I don't know what to watch while I'm eating, like, I just spend so much time with these characters. It is my all-time very favorite show. And I was excited but terrified when they announced they were gonna do a reboot, and I am devastated. So I'm afraid to say it, but I did give a spoiler alert. They've killed off Mr. Big. They, in the first episode, kill him off. And it was actually spoiled for me, which I'm so upset about. I keep seeing damn spoilers for things online like way too soon, and I'm just like, people suck. I was up feeding Milo at like 3 a.m. whatever that day was it came out, and I follow the Every Outfit Sex and the City page on Instagram, and they posted it. And I was so bummed. They've since deleted it, but I'm like, what are you doing? Like, of course people have not had time to watch it yet. So it was ruined for me. I knew it was coming, and honestly, in hindsight, thank God I knew it was coming, because that may have killed me. I literally sobbed as if I knew this person. I haven't cried that hard in a long time, probably since the weeks leading up to my C-section when I was terrified and I was constantly crying. And I'll say I am definitely gonna finish it now. I kind of wish I never started it. I wish I didn't know this. I wish it didn't happen. I'm definitely gonna finish it and see where they're gonna take us on this journey, because hopefully they have a plan. But right now, and this is so brutal, but they've just ruined it. I feel like they've ruined the series old and new. And I just am like, I literally feel like somebody I know died. Like, I'm devastated. I still, every like hour I scream, why? And Bradley knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I just, why? And my sister gave the very simple answer, because she needs to be single again. And I'm like, but then don't do it. Don't do it. Don't turn it. Don't. It's like Desperate Housewives. In the second to last season, they kill off Mike for no damn reason. And now these fake people in our heads, Susan is miserable and alone in my head when that ends. And like Carrie Bradshaw, the widow, absolutely not. Like I'm devastated, and I know a lot of people are pissed. One nice angle to look at it from, which me and Bradley were discussing, is that this is a thing that actually happens to women that age. So I'm sure a lot of people feel represented and seen, women who have lost their husbands at that age or in that way. For that aspect, I do love it. But at the same time, I'm like, these are fake characters and fake people that live in my head rent-free, and I love them. And Carrie worked so hard to be with Mr. Big, and they showed you how happy they were, and then you had to watch him die. You had to watch him awkwardly masturbate, and then you had to watch him die. You guys, I am so heated about it. Besides that, I thought that, like, it obviously, and that's what gets me, is they had it like, you want to kill somebody? Kill Samantha. She wasn't coming back. Kill her. Because the storyline that they have for her, that she got mad at Carrie over money and being fired, like, that is so not Samantha. Like, I understand what are they supposed to do because Kim Cattrall just won't come back, but that storyline is bogus. I love how heated I am about these fake people. But I did love that first opening restaurant scene. I thought they, especially Carrie and Miranda, like settled back into their characters so nicely. And I said to my friends, like, I felt at home. Like, it was just like a new scene from some of my favorite characters. Like, I feel like Cynthia Nixon and Sarah Jessica Parker settled back in so nicely. Not to say that Krista Davis didn't Charlotte, but Carrie and Miranda are always my favorite. They're my favorite dynamic. So just like that just made me happy. I think a lot of the things the show is doing makes sense. I love that Charlotte has a tomboy daughter, because I'm sure she doesn't want that. They're gonna, touch on that girls can be whatever they want to be and that whole thing. I think it makes perfect sense for Carrie to be on a podcast. I did, however, see a TikTok that said, this seems like it would be a terrible podcast, which I agree. It did not seem like a very good podcast. Miranda wanted to go back to school to be more of like a people's lawyer instead of corporate law. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I cannot believe they killed him. I cannot believe. I was having this conversation with some friends and they said, well, he didn't want to do the show. And I'm like, then don't do it. Then just don't do anything. We don't need to kill Mr. Big. And it was so sad. You guys, oh my God. Like, yesterday, the Sex and the City movie was on E! That is something that I would like cancel my day for and turn that on and just enjoy. I didn't turn it on because they have ruined it. And to make matters worse, they used the beautiful score of the movie in the scene where he's dying. So this beautiful music that I love from them getting married and them getting back together and all that is now tarnished by him dying alone, almost, in the shower. You guys, it just feels like such a bitch slap. Like, here you go, first episode, second episode is his funeral. I don't know. So I could go on about this for years and I'll stop. But like I said, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to ride out the wave because this was so drastic. I feel like they have to have a plan. Like, I don't know, but like, damn. You guys, damn. Maybe if you want to leave a comment about this, put at the top of your comments spoiler alert so people won't read on, but I am interested to know what you guys think. I had a lot of you guys DM me like, we need to talk, and I feel like the overall consensus is that people don't like it, which of course not, because why would we like it? I think until we have more of a vision of why it happened or more of a storyline. It just seems like you pulled out the rug from under us, and I mean, they got people really good. I'm sure if people were expecting that, they certainly weren't expecting it in the first episode. And I literally joked that she was gonna say, and just like that, Big was dead, and she literally did. I don't know, I am, however, I love Sarah Jessica Parker, and just watching her act, I'm enjoying that. So, my god, I'm winded. I need some hot cocoa. I'm like the Santa Claus 2, when they turn Tim Allen into like the robot and he discovers hot cocoa. That's me right now. Santa's a little buzzed. But okay, guys, we can wrap that up here. My camera's dying, so that works out perfectly. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Q&A/rant of the Sex and the City reboot. But yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys think. If you don't want to spoil it for people, DM me on Instagram, because nobody can see that, obviously. And I'll try to get back to as many people as I can, but I am just gutted. Like, I can't believe it. I truly cannot believe it. Why would they do this to me? And I think I shouted in the middle of it as me and Bradley were watching it, are they trying to kill me? Because I was sobbing so hard. It's a shame. It's a damn shame. But we'll see where it goes. But okay, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's HolidAMY video. I have more coming. My whole schedule is messed up, so I don't know when this is going up, but I'm trying to upload our weekly Vlogmases on Sundays, so check that out. And yeah, I love you guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I will see you very soon, and I love you. Goodbye.